And we're back, guys. Almost felt like we were never coming back because it took damn near a month to catch a winning trade. What I mean by that is I haven't taken any losses, but 2 weeks ago on Monday, I took a trade and it was actually a very good trade, but it ended at break even because it was on a Monday and market wasn't as volatile. So I ended up like literally getting out as the market was closing, break even. I made like it was a little bit above break even. It was like $47, but we'll call that break even. Now, today we caught a banger where I made the most amount of money I've made in 2026. Okay, now I'm not gonna tell you guys the number figure yet until the video's ending, right? So I want to give you guys the exact breakdown, the exact technicals, everything that went down because today not only was it financially a very good trade, but technically it was a very good trade too. So I want to share with you guys because that's what I want you guys to focus on, not on the money. Okay. So let's get over this. Well, let's go over this. So for beginners, if you guys can see this is what we saw during pre-market. I'm in replay mode, so I'm able to show you guys properly what was it that I did. Okay. So what I see the moment that I sit down in my chair and I'm starting ready to take a trade is first off, we have a 4 hour fair value gap. Again, I'm not showing you guys ES because specifically ES, I had no setups for ES today. I looked at ES and it was just straight consolidation, long wicks. So there wasn't really nothing really to do off that. But NQ had something nice. So let's go over it. We had a 4 hour fair value gap that got tapped into during pre-market. As you can see, tapped into it, filled it. Okay. Now, when we go down to the hourly, keep that in mind, by the way, the 4 hour fair value gap, okay? Now, we go down to the hourly fair value gap. And I mean, hourly time frame, we see an hourly fair value gap right here, okay? So let's draw that out. Okay. Now, so far, what I'm thinking is that the 4 hour fair value gap already got filled, but we could possibly get a bounce on the hourly fair value gap, okay? Now, because that fair value gap got filled and not inversed, I can still possibly, I'm still bullish, but I could see possibly why the bias could flip. Now, if I had inversed that 4 hour fair value gap during pre-market, I would have for sure been bearish today and would have said that off the bat. But because we hadn't, I thought maybe that price was just gonna consolidate. Wow, I said that word very like scrambled. Was going to consolidate and then tap into this hourly bullish fair value gap, and then we could rally up, sweep New York highs and stuff like that. So that was my game plan, exactly what I just said. Now, if we go to 8 a.m., it was exactly that, right? We're consolidating, we start seeing a boost up. So it looks good. ES, again, had no setups, but it was looking very bullish. So once we start doing that, market's about to open. There are only, every time I create a watch list or a bias, I always prepare for if the complete opposite happens, right? That's what a good trader should do. You should anticipate. So I'm bullish, but what if the day is bearish, even though it's showing bullish as of right now? So what would I need to do to flip my bias to bearish, right? And that's when the technicals kicked in. So because we already filled that fair value gap, I would like to see that same fair value gap that got filled but not inversed. I would like to see it get inversed to change my mindset to bearish. Okay? Same thing. Now if we inverse the 4 hour and the hourly bullish fair value gap, even double confirmation, double whammy. But I would like to see an inverse there, and obviously I would like to see an inverse on the hourly too, but I would take an inverse on either one. Okay, so as we're going, let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. All right, first candle market opens. This is what happens: complete sell-off. Okay, so as of right now, we've inversed that 4 hour fair value gap, but I want to see an inverse on a higher time frame, like hourly or 4 hour time frame. So from there, we let time go again. And this is what we get. This is a 10 a.m. candle. Okay. Now that 10 a.m. candle, for most of the part, it was inversing both of these fair value gaps. But if we look on the hourly time frame, it only inversed the 4 hour fair value gap, but that's all I needed. Right? We inversed it on the hourly time frame, and then we inversed it on the 4 hour time frame, that 4 hour bullish fair value gap. Now we completely disrespected the hourly fair value gap too. So there's a lot of things pointing that we're most likely going to be bearish. So I flipped my bias. And I told the chat I'm now looking for sells. Now what did we now we had a perfect entry. Now I can delete this fair value gap because you guys know what we did with it. We inversed it. Same thing with this one. We're no longer using it. So now that we have that fair value gap, we can extend a little bit to the side. And now this is the setup I'm looking for. An intraday setup to catch shorts. Okay. So if we go to the next candle, I mean, it's literally a beautiful hanger. Okay. It's a hanger. So what do? I hop in. And now I hopped in, right? Stop loss is above that high of the wick, and then this is where my take profits are at. So let's go on the hourly time frame so I can show you guys. I deleted that candle because if I go in the hourly, it's going to show you what happened for the next hour after that. So I don't want to spoil it. But if we go in the hourly, first thing we can mark out is yesterday's New York session low, right? And then we can mark out yesterday's hourly fair value gap that we have right here. And then we also have a fair value gap right here that I got tapped into but hasn't gotten completely filled, so we can also mark that out. Now, if we go to the hourly, the 15-minute time frame, we could unravel all of this, okay? Now what do we get? Boom. Okay. Now, I do want to say I did size a little heavy today because we haven't been taking many trades, and it was a trade that I really, really liked and I really paid attention. So I was very confident. I was very focused. So I took the chance, went a little heavy on that one, and that's why it paid off. So after that, this is just price doing this thing. We tapped into the first take profit over here, which was yesterday's New York session low. As you can see where the line is at, we tapped into that. After that, my other take profit was at the fill of this hourly fair value gap. We didn't fill it yet. And then my third take profit was at the fill of this one. I don't think we got it because I got it all out after my second TP. I just want to secure profits. But let's see how it worked. Okay, it did. So it was a full sweep. It was a full sweep. And yeah, that's how it went. So it was a full sweep. Everything got tapped into and literally started bouncing exactly where that hourly fair value gap was at. Show you the importance of knowing your take profits and where liquidity lies and where liquidity is most likely going to cause a reaction. And that's exactly what it did. It bounced and went up. Now, a couple things I want to point out, right? That's overall the review of the trade. But a couple things I want to point out that I want you guys to really focus on is a skill set to be able to anticipate if things don't go according to plan. Okay, did I think today I was gonna look for shorts? No. When I created my watch list, I was very bullish. Okay, very bullish, but I always anticipate. I've learned that because I've been trading for years now, where you have to anticipate. So how did I anticipate? I go, what can the market do to show me that it's not bullish? Well, I would need to see, sometimes it's a break of structure, sometimes it's an inverse fair value gap. So those are the things I would need to see for me to be like, okay, this is what I need. Now I flip my bias. And that's exactly what I did. I saw the 4-hour fair value get inversed, flip my bias to bearish, executed on it using intraday setups that I have. So after that, and that's how we made, ready? That's how we made 3.9K. If we want to get exact, $3,973. But that's how we made that, okay? So, yeah, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to review everything. I want to journal, and then we're back at it tomorrow. You know, I'm not over here celebrating. I'm not over here going to the club and wasting my money stupidly. It's just another day in the office. I'm immune to these feelings now, okay? Old me would have been static. We would have thrown a party for sure. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same old thing, same routine. Everything's back to normal. Just doing my job. This is all I see it as, my job. Okay? Have a great day. Wow. Pause. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.